Okay, we go to the 5 transporting points, the actions from the classics. According to the classics of difficulties, chapter 68 of the classic of difficulties deals with the use of 5 transporting points and gives guidelines which are still valid and widely followed today. Well points is used for the fullness under the heart. The string points naman is used for hot sensation of the body. The stream points is used for feeling of heaviness and joint pain. The river points is used for breathlessness, cough, and hot and cold sensations, while the sea points is used for rebellious, chi, and diarrhea. The 5 transporting points. First, all 5 transporting points are situated between the fingers and elbows and toes and knees. Number 2, the 5 transporting points are related to each of the 5 elements. The section of channel where the 5 transporting points are situated is like a river starting at the fingers and toes and ending at the elbows and knees. There is a progression of depth and size of channels from the fingers and toes to elbows, knees. That is the thinnest and most superficial at the fingers, toes, and thickest and deepest at the elbows or knees. The number 5, the channel changes polarity at the fingers and toes. That is from yin to yang and vice versa. The change in polarity and superficiality of the channel at the extremities accounts for the particularly dynamic actions of the points at the fingertips and toes. The 5 transporting points are called well, the jing, spring, the ying, stream, the shu, the river, jing, and the sea, the head. Number 8, the first point, which is the well, has a centrifugal movement, and the last point, the C point, is centripetal one. First, we discuss with the well points. The well points are used for irritability, mental restlessness, and anxiety. This applies to both yin and yang channels. The well points have particularly strong effect on the mental state and quickly change the mood. Like, for example, on well points used in this way are PC9 for irritability, insomnia, the heart 9 for mental disorder, anxiety, manic depression, and the spleen 1 for hysteria and insomnia, stomach 45 for insomnia, mental confusion, and the kidney 1 for anxiety. The spring points or the jing are used for the febrile diseases or to clear heat. The spring points are very widely used to clear heat, and practically all of them do. It is important to note that their heat clearing action is irrespective of their 5-element character. For example, heart 8 is a fire point and stomach 44 is a water point, but they both clear the heat by virtue of being the spring points. Virtually, all the spring points clear heat in their respective channel and organ. Examples of widely used points are the heart 8, PC8 to drain heart fire, liver 2 to drain liver fire, stomach 44 to clear stomach heat, kidney 2 to clear kidney empty heat, lung 10 to clear lung heat, or to expel wind heat. Next, these 3 points are used for painful obstruction syndrome or the B syndrome, especially if from dampness. This applies to yang channels more than the yin ones. Example are large intestine 3, triple burner 3, small intestine 3 for painful obstruction syndrome of the fingers, and stomach 43 for the toes. These points can be used not only as a local points for painful obstruction syndrome of fingers and toes, but also a distal point to clear wind and dampness from the channels. For example, stomach 43 is an important distal point to clear wind, dampness, and heat from the channels. Small intestine 3, the triple burner 3, and Li3 can all be used as distal points to clear obstruction from dampness and cold from the respective channels. Next, the river points are used for cough, asthma, and upper respiratory diseases. This applies more to yin than yang channels. And among the yang channels, it applies more to the bright yang channels. For example, we have the lung 8 for cough and asthma, spleen 5 for dry cough, stomach 41, and Li5 for sore throat of an excess nature, and the river point PC5 is used for hot and cold sensations. Next, the C points are used for all stomach and intestinal diseases. This applies mostly to yang channels, but also to yin ones. Obviously, examples of C points of yang channels treating stomach and intestinal problems are stomach 36, GB 34, and the C points of the yin channels of the leg also treat problems of the yang organs as spleen 9. Kidney 10 and liver 8 can all clear damp heat in the bladder or intestine. Finally, the C points of the pericardium channel, the PC3, can also clear heat in the intestine. Other digestive indication of the C points are indicated below in the section on chapter 44 of the spiritual axis. In addition to these C points, the yang channels of the arm also have a so-called lower C point. These are stomach 37 for the large intestine, stomach 39 for the 13 triple burner. These 3 points are directly connected to their respective organs and function like C points. That is, they treat problems of the yang organ. In particular, stomach 37 is used for chronic diarrhea and damp heat of the large intestine, stomach 39 for intestinal pain, and bladder 39 for enuresis if reinforced when the lower burner is deficient, or retention of urine and edema if produced when the lower burner is in excess. The spiritual axis deals with the use of bladder 39 in chapter 2. Bladder 39 receives the lower burner. If it is in excess, there is retention of urine. If it is deficient, there is enuresis or incontinence. Then the point is to be reduced in the former case and reinforced in the latter. The spiritual axis lists all the C points in chapter 4 and gives stomach 37 for the large intestine, stomach 39 for small intestine, and bladder 39 for the triple burner. These 3 points therefore function as C points for the large intestine, small intestine, and triple burner and their upper C points. Large intestine 11, small intestine 8, and triple burner 10. Mostly treat channel problems of the neck, shoulder, and face, but not exclusively. The young channels of the arm, the small intestine, large intestine, and triple burner have 2 sets of C points. First, the upper C points, small intestine 8, LI11, TV10 used mostly for problems of the neck, shoulder, face, and head. Number 2, the lower C points, stomach 39, stomach 37, and bladder 39 are used mostly for problems of the relevant organs, small intestine, large intestine, bladder, and triple burner. Thank you for your attention.